Hello guys and welcome back to Controls Hero. Today I have a Metasys tutorial on lead lag and we will be doing a weekly lead lag for 3 pumps based on a specific day of the week and time, and we'll make those adjustable. And I want to start by showing you how this lead lag works. So first of all, we have 3 analog points: pump lead, weekday, and hour. And the pump lead tells you which pump is running, either 1, 2, or 3, and it changes every week. So the order that we have right now is 1, 2, and 3, and after the 3rd week, it's gonna switch back to pump 1, and then pump 2, and so on. Now the weekday and hour defines when the lead lag is gonna execute. For example, the weekday, I have numbers. So 1 equals Monday, 2 equals Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, and so on. So right now I have a Tuesday to execute my lead lag every Tuesday. And at what time? Right now I have it at 5 a.m. So this is from 0 to 23. So 0 is 12 a.m., 23 it's 11 p.m. So, and here I put a little description so you understand. And here I have a binary point, the lead lag trigger. So this executes once a week for 5 seconds. And based on which pump is currently running, it's gonna trigger one of these 3 interlocks, which in turn every interlock commands one of the 3 pumps. And finally, we have a lead lag control system, which is this one right here. And it's the one in charge of executing my trigger point once a week. And this is how it works. I have a time module where I'm picking up the current hour of the day, and I'm picking up the DOW, day of the week. So in this case, today's Sunday, which is number 7, and it's 14 hours, which is 2 p.m. And what I'm doing, I'm comparing the current time and day of the week to my hour and my week of the day where I want my lead lag to trigger. So basically I have an equal comparator. So basically if my time equals the hour that I want, and I have an AND gate, my day of the week matches the day of the week I wanted to trigger, it's just gonna execute a timer. And this is a pulse. This is a 5-second pulse. So when both of my conditions are true, basically the timer is gonna be showing a 1 for 5 seconds and it's gonna go back to 0. So that's the trigger point. And now let's look what's inside my interlocks. So we have interlock definition and an action table. And if you're not familiar with interlocks, make sure you watch my other video tutorial about Metasys interlocks. Okay, so my first interlock is looking at 2 conditions to happen in order to trigger, and it's an AND. So these 2 must happen. So my first condition is my pump lead, which is this guy right here. My second condition is my trigger, which my trigger, as you know, it executes once a week for 5 seconds. So my first interlock wants to set pump 1 as the lead. So that's why it's looking for pump 3 to be the lead. So basically if pump 3 is the lead and my lead lag triggers, this is gonna become true. So remember that if my pump lead is a 3, we want to go back to 1. So that's why my pump 1 interlock is looking at pump 3 lead. Okay, so here's the tricky part. These 2 conditions are gonna be true only for 5 seconds once a week. So under my action tables, that means that my true condition is going to be true for 5 seconds and then it's going to go back to false. And we want to rotate our pump from 3 to 1 5 seconds after the interlock is disabled. And that's exactly 5 seconds after my trigger goes to off. And why? So we want to avoid having the other interlocks execute and switching your pumps right away to a different number. So we do all of our commands in the false condition. So this pump lead is actually this point. And the second point we're commanding is our CCT point, or actual lead in the CCT. But if you don't have lead lag in CCT, you can also command your pumps. You can add those pumps to the false condition. And finally, here you can see my other 2 interlocks: pump 2 interlock definition, pump 2 action tables, pump 3 definitions, and pump 3 action tables. Now, if you want to see the full tutorial step by step, please go to my YouTube channel and I'll see you there. Thank you very much.